So when we launch the Power BI, right, then we see this window, right? यहाँ से हमारे पास multiple ways है to get the data in Power BI module, right? So here we have option get data, right? From here also we can just get data and then we can just perform the transformation activity directly, right? If our data is very clean, then हम फिर यहीं पे data load करेंगे and then we can just start the data modeling and visualization activity here, report preparation and all. But यदि हमें हमारे पास जो data है that is very raw data and there we just need to clean that data so that we can use that efficiently and then we can create visualization and reports for that. So for that what I'll do, either we'll use this method to load the data or we can use this transform, right? From here also we can just go and load this data. Load the data from here. Even I just click on this and then this will just lead us to Power Query module. जैसे हम ट्रांसफॉर्म पे क्लिक करते हैं तो ये हमें डायरेक्ट पावर क्वेरी मॉड्यूल पे लेकर जाता है. बट यदि हमें यहीं से भी डेटा लोड करना है देन इवन वी कैन डू दैट टू. सपोज यदि हमें यहाँ से एक्सेल वर्कबुक पिक करना है, so even we can just pick that from here to, right? If I just click here, then this will ask us to load the data. I'm just going to load this data and then my data is available in this file. So I'll just go here and then I'll pick the data. So I'm just going to pick the data. So file is Power Query one. I'll just pick the Power Query from here and then I'll click OK and that's it. Right now this data is loaded here, right, in a tabular format. Then we can see if we need transformation on this data set, then only we'll go to Power Query module. Otherwise we'll just directly load this from here, right? अब हमने यहाँ पे जो data load किया है that is from Power Report view here, right? अब हमें इस पे ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन करना है, right? Because there I can see that there are lots of null values available here, right? Then male, female, and also I just wanted to create separate this location यहाँ पे है, so I just wanted to separate this, right? So I'll have to pick the city from this and इसमें से भी इसी में से हमें यहाँ से इसका state भी निकालना है and all. So for that what I'll do, I'll just perform the transformation here. I'll click on transform, then this will just lead you to Power Query module, right? And now it has loaded data for us. तो हमने यहाँ पे डेटा को लोड किया है. Then here we can see ये जो कुछ स्टेप्स था लास्ट क्लास में हमने देखा था किस तरीके से हम फाइल का पाथ पास करते हैं, राइट? सो जस्ट टू यूज द पावर क्वेरी एंड देन अपलोड द डेटा, हम यहाँ पे यूज करेंगे सबसे पहले excel डॉट वर्कबुक एंड देन विल पास द फाइल्स डॉट कंटेंट्स एंड देन विल पास द पाथ ऑफ फाइल, राइट? दैट्स इट. इसके बाद नेक्स्ट टू नेविगेट दिस विल जस्ट से दैट सोर्स डॉट आइटम, बिकॉज जब हम इस वाले स्टेज पे थे तो यहाँ पे हमें दिख रहा था कि एक आइटम यहाँ पे कॉलम है एंड आइटम के अंदर यहाँ पे सीट वन है, राइट? सीट वन इज द नेम ऑफ दैट सीट, राइट, जिसमें कि डेटा अवेलेबल है. सो व्हाट आई वांट, आई जस्ट वांटेड टू ओपन दिस सीट हियर. सो दैट्स व्हाई हमने यहाँ पे जो नेक्स्ट कोड इसे जनरेट किया दैट इज सोर्स आइटम, item is equal to seat one, kind is equal to seat, this is seat kind of data, and then last में हमने यहाँ पे data as a list convert किया, right? So that's why now it has just loaded this data here. Next, prompted header, जो जब इसने first time load किया था, then here we can see column 1, column 2, column 3 value available दिख रहा है हमें, but हमारे data set में जो first वाला row था that was the header here. So I'll just pick this as a header in it, right? And now we can see that अभी इसने सबको header यहाँ पे दे दिया है. Now next step is to give the accurate data type, right? जहाँ पे जो value available है as per that it has just assigned the actual data type. So यहाँ पे सबसे पहले ABC सारे के सारे यहाँ पे names available है. So that's why this is a text data type. So here we have ABC. Then इसमें भी सारे ABC ही हैं. Department here it is also a text value, so that's why it has just assigned this as a text value. Now this is salary one, so here we have decimal value assigned, right? So decimal value इसमें इसने दे दिया है. I'll just pick this. Now here we can see that it has just aligned a decimal value here. They are 4% in this rows is blank, right? Next here we have location. So this is also text value. So that's why here we are getting the value as text, right? ABC. Then next ये start date है, that is something the date data type. So that's why here we are getting the value as date here, right? अब हमारे पास यहाँ पे data तो आ गया है. Now what I just want a little bit clean up in this, right? Clean up is that suppose यहाँ पे हमारे पास this is something that इस डेटा सेट में सैलरी में जहां भी नल है, आई जस्ट वांटेड टू गिव दैट एज ए I'll just replace that with certain value, right? So उसके लिए हम क्या करेंगे, we'll just select this, then we'll go to replace value. Here we have the replace value. I'll click on this, and then I'll say where we have null value, right? Where we have null, I just wanted to replace this null. I just want to replace this with 0 here, right? I just pass this, and then here we'll get the value, right? I'll click OK. So in this data, we don't have null. Null is in this, right? I'll click OK, and that's it. Wherever we had null, now that is there we have 0 available. Now, अब यहाँ पे सारे के सारे valid column है 100%. Here we have the valid one. Similarly, what we'll do, यहाँ पे जहाँ पे भी हमें null है department में, I just wanted to convert that, replace that with hyphen one, right? So instead null, I'm just going to use here hyphen. So I'll just use here null, and then I'll replace the same with hyphen here. I'll click OK, and now this will remove the same. So इसमें भी अब हमें 100% null value is in double quotes. I'll just remove this, and instead what we can do, I can just select this, then I'll go to replace values, and हम यहाँ पे null caps में लिखेंगे, and then I'll just pass this hyphen here. I'll click OK, and that's it. Now here we have the जहां भी null था उसको हमने यहाँ पे hyphen से replace कर दिया, right? Now अब यहाँ तक हम ठीक हैं, right? But here what I just wanted to split this column, right? Location है, so here we have three parts. First one is the address, right? Second one is the state, and third one is the country here, right? So what I want, I just wanted to just split this in different. So for that, I'll just go here, and then here we have option to even split this data. I'm just going to create a, I'll just go on transformation, right? And then I'm just going to use create a column here. So here we'll just create a custom column, right? From here, and then I'll say custom column के लिए हम लेंगे, pick करेंगे. I'll just pick, I'll say that city here, right? And then यहाँ पे हम use करेंगे that is location, right? And location में भी हम use करेंगे text. Let me just uh, text 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 before a delimiter, right? So I just wanted to pick first. I just wanted to pick text after delimiter here, right? I'll just start, and then here I'll just pass this value location here. Location is, and then I'll pass here comma. Next delimiter is here, comma once. I'll just pass this, and then I'll just close this, right? So now this query is correct. I'll click OK, and let me see if we are getting the column populated, right? So it has just given us WA and USA, right? So WA and USA इन दोनों में क्या है कि we don't have any separator, right? Now what we'll do, again I'll create one more column, right? And in that column I'm just going to separate this with a space. So इस केस में क्या हुआ है, one infinite loop. Here we have also the same Los Angeles, CA and USA. So they are city and all. It has just picked. Now what we need to do here, we'll have to just separate this, right? इसको separate करना है यहाँ पे. So for that हम क्या क्या use कर सकते हैं, text after delimiter, city and all. So first is this one. First is this one, right? If I say here 0, then this will just pick all, right? So it has just picked all here. But there are some cases where we just need to split this with certain value here, right? Now here we have another column. Now I'll go and then again extract data from this, right? So I'll just go here and then extract data. Then I'm just going to pick another value, that is text before and after. Here we have, so I'll just go and then I'll change this text after delimiter. Help pass the delimiter one, right? So I'll just go here, then either we can just pick the same from here, just from start of the input, from end of the input. Either we can just pick this, or I'll just keep this as an advance, keep this as it is. Now here I'm just going to pick the delimiter. So delimiter is in is space here. I'm just going to use delimiter as a space only, right? I click OK, and that's it. So now it has just generated one more column, and इसमें अभी हमने क्या दिया है इसमें, so स्पेस से कुछ है नहीं क्या, text before delimiter. So let me pick if it has space or not. This is not a space here, right? This is something the special character one. Instead text before deliver is city is equal to just remove this also. Let's remove this also. Then let me see how we can just handle this, right? So here we have something that is very strange in it, right? So इसमें क्या है कि जो text है that is stored, or there are some enter sign in it, right? So just we need to clean this first, and then we'll move ahead, right? So let me just replace this.
ऐसे भाई दल बदलू यार, बैठा दल बदलू कौन मम्मा ठीक है, ओए ओए ऐसे मत बोलो, तमीज से बोला कर तू भी।
Click OK, right? So here we have the comma, then equal sign, colon, semicolon, space, tab, and also we have the custom ones. Let me just split this first tab with the tab, right? Then we will see that how many uh, value we are getting. I just click OK, and now we'll see that how many value we are getting. So here we don't have anything that is separated with tab here. So this is not a valid one. I'll just again change this text type, split delimiter location 1, type text location 2, type text. So here we are not getting the value. I'll just remove this. So even we can just change, split this by uppercase. By uppercase, if we are splitting, and still this will not work. So let me just pick this delimiter. I'll keep this as a comma for now. Then each occurrence of the delimiter, I'll click OK, and then that's it. Now this will just split this, and here we have each occurrence of this. Now again I'll go and then I'll change. I'll split this again. Let me just see if we have by default. So here we have the space, and then again I'll click OK, and then I'll split this. But it has only single space in it. I'll select this. Let me just check if we have anything in it. No. So I'll just remove this column. And the value available in it is, now it has just separated this in both, right? So because that there was the special character that is enter one, so that's why we were not able to just split this in common way, right? So that now it is just splitted in these in the multiple columns here, right? And I'll just rename this as per that. So in Power BI, we have option to even clean the data, right? Whenever we have very dirty data like this, right? So in that case, we need to just clean this so that we can pick the data accordingly for for our. So in this file, we can see that here we have the intersign width here, right? Between these two. So just to handle that, this kind of data, I just wanted to split this by address, then city, and then state here. So that's why हमने इसको सबसे पहले यहाँ पे cleanup activity में डाल के then we have just splitted it, right? Now we'll just name this as a state here. I'll just name this as a state, and I'll just make this state. Then next here we have, this is the country one. So I'll pass this, I'll rename this as a country, right? And then next here we have the location. So in this also here we have Los Angeles and all, CA, USA, right? So this is something I don't want here. Los Angeles is the same country one, right? So again, here we have the null USA and CA. So this is the state column here, and I'll just say this as state state one here, and then this is your country country one column here, right? And जो भी step हम यहाँ perform कर रहे हैं, all step are being recorded here, right? So I'll just go and then I'll pick also. So in this column we don't have anything, so I'll just remove this column. I don't want this column, so I'll just go and then remove this column. Now what I just want that. So here we have some unique states and country available with us, right? So here we have the value as NZ, WA and also LOS, right? So जहाँ पे भी हमारे पास इसमें LOS है, I just wanted to populate this with Los Angeles, right? LOS, and then I just wanted to replace your value as Angeles here, right? So I'll just go and then I'll change this. I'll copy this value and LOS जहाँ जहाँ है उसे हमें Los LO wherever we have loss available in it, right? In this data set, I'll just go and then replace this and then make that as a wherever we have loss, I'll just replace this with LOS and Angels here, right? So that we would have full name here. I'll click OK and that's it. Now we are done. And also what we'll do now, here we have the null value, right? So here we have null, and so wherever we have Los Angeles in this, I will have to just create another column. The city would be for this is sorry, state would be for one infinite loop. Let me just pick this Los Angeles जहाँ जहाँ पे है उसमें उसका एड्रेस क्या है. So where we have single address, one infinite loop, right? And then one infinite loop, and here we have the address name is Los Angeles, right? So हमें again I just want this is because this is something that the part of this address here, right? Full address here. So for that जहाँ पे भी यहाँ पे one infinite address here, right? जहाँ पे one infinite है वहाँ पे हम इसको इसके साथ इसको concatenate करके डाल देंगे, right? Otherwise we'll just keep this as it is. One infinite loop we'll have to replace again. I'll go here and then I'll just change replace this one infinite loop, and then I'll change this with Los Angeles here with this one infinite loop and Los Angeles, right? ANGANGLES, right? And that's it. I'll click OK and then this will just replace this all. And now here we have the full name, right? Now here wherever we have Los Angeles, I'll have to just populate there CA, right? So for that again I'll just select this and then I'll replace this all value. Where do we have Los Angeles, Angeles, ANGELS,
मेरी स्पेलिंग
ANGELS,
रॉन्ग है.
right? So here I'll just go and then I'll change this to CA here, right? I'll click OK and that's it, right? So here what we are doing here, we are just performing the data cleanup activity, right? So that even we can just have a very clean data, and then we can load the same in Power BI module, right? And वहाँ पे आप जो states के level पे and country level पे we can just populate the data, right? So next here we have state. अब city में भी हम clean up कर लेते हैं. Let me just see if we have anything weird in it. So CA, NZ and W. So now this field is, there are no null value available in this state field. So now we are good. Then again I'll go here, and then in this field, so country field, we'll just see that wherever we have null value, we'll see that what there can be, right? So NZ is something a New Zealand one. So for this, this would be the city here. So we'll have to just pass here with WA in it. Let me just move here also. If we have other city, no. So in this null, I'll have to just check which city is available. USA, except USA, which are available here. So for angels, we'll just pass here CA as CA available in it, and okay. So now activity. Now here we have the location, right? Location information and all available. But अभी यहाँ पे क्या है कि ये जो इसका header है, right? अभी यहाँ पे देख रहे हैं that is not loaded correctly. So header is somewhere here, right? So from here we'll have to just pick that file, that header here, right? So what we need to do, we need to just remove these rows from here. Right? So I'll just select this rows, and then I'll go and then remove this row from here. Let me just pick this and then remove the rows. I'll just click here and then I'll remove top row, and then again I'll remove one more row. So from top, I'm just going to remove two row, right? Because these both are null here. Now I'll just going to change the this one as use first row as header, because this is something header here, right? I'll just go and then I'll change use this first row as header, right? Now here we have the data is loaded, but इसमें जो हम देख रहे हैं वैल्यू, राइट? हियर वी हैव द डेट आइटम एज ए हेडर, बट हम इसको इस तरीके से नहीं रखना चाहते हैं अपने डेटा सेट में. सो इंस्टेड दैट आई जस्ट वांटेड टू मेक दिस, ये जो डेट्स है आई जस्ट वांटेड टू मेक दैट इन a single column, and then ये जो वैल्यू जो है उसके अगेंस्ट, राइट? So for that we'll just convert this, but before just doing this, let me just see how many rows here we have that is null, right? So I'll just go and then I'll check So here we have some locations that is null. I'll keep this for now, right? I'm not going to remove this. I'll keep this for now, and then first we'll just confirm the transformation of these data, right? So अभी जो ये horizontal में है, we'll have to just convert this in vertical. So I just select this, and then I'm also not going to keep this. Okay, just keep this for now. I'm just going to convert these vertical columns in horizontal here, right? So column है उसको rows में, and जो row है उसको column में. We are just going to do this. So for that, first we'll just select this, then we'll go to transform, and then here we'll unpivot this one, right? I'll click on the unpivot, and then this will convert it into, now here we have the value, right? So ये सारे जो जितने भी dates हैं, that is in columns here, in single column, and then against these dates, here we have the value against this, right? So now we are good. I'll just change its name as uh, date. I'll name this at instead of attribute. I'm just going to give this as a date here, and then I'll just give this as a total, right? And that's it. Now अभी ये जो ABCD है, we'll have to change this its data type also. So for that, I'll go here and see that if there are any value that is not in date form. So now all, so here we don't have any null value in it, and all are here date. So I'll just click OK, and then I'll go and then change its, I'll change its data type. I'll go on home here, home tab, then here we have the data type as text. So I'll just change this to date, right? Because ये जो data type है, that is date one. Now we are done. अब इसमें से भी यदि हमें कुछ filter result लेकर जाना है other Power BI में, then even we can just do that. So here I'll go again, and then I'll see that if we have more null columns available, I'll go and then I'll pick this. Now here we don't have, so cost are total and all, right? We have more columns available here. Either we can just do one thing, where we can just replace this null value with any value if we have. Otherwise, or we can just remove these data from our data set. But for now, I'm just going to keep this, because I'm not going to use this for anymore, right? So I'll use only this product and the value while creating the visualization. Next, here we have purchase tracker, right? Data. So here we have the store, then here we have product, and then price, and then date, right? So this data is in shape, and I'm not going to do any change in it, right? Let me just see that if there are any inconsistency in the product name. If there would be, then we'll just change and replace and make that more consistent. So here we have water bottle, bottled water, canned, and all. And let me just see the data in this also, where we have product. So in this, here we have the product: canned vegetable, dried tape, dried milk, rice, and raw, target, target total, Walmart total, water filter. Okay, so we don't have any such data, right? That 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 need to be removed from here, right? So I'll just keep this all, and then we'll just go, just save this, and then we'll go move into Power BI module here, right? ये दो tables हमने load किए हैं, इसमें से थोड़ा सा clean up करना था. We have just unpivot the data, right? Just to make the row and column interchange, the row and column. And then after doing this, we'll just close and apply here, right? And now this will be in Power BI module here. Now both the clean data is loaded here. Now we'll go to this relationship view. I'll click, I'll go to model view here. I'll click here and then जो दोनों टेबल हमने लोड किए हैं, now these both table are loaded here, right? Now अब हमें इसमें relationship create करना है so that even we can just use the data available both the table here, right? So here we have the product, इसमें भी product है, and here also we have the product. Location, so location is not available in it. Date is also can be the common column here, so either we can just use date also, purchase tracker, and again purchase overview. So from both we can just even join this, but for now I'm just going to use only the product one. I'll just copy, move this, copy and move this here. Right, now here we can see we have the data here, right? So in purchase overview we have the product like this, bottled water and all, and in this here we have the rice and all. So I'll keep this as it is. Make the relationship, this relationship has currently many two, and this should only be used. Yes. So it means that ये दोनों में हमें जो दोनों जो टेबल है, in both the tables we have the cardinality as many to many. If I'll use the date here instead, let me just change this. So instead I'm just going to use a date, right? So let me just see if again here we have the relationship cardinality is many to many, right? Or many to one. That's not here. We have many to many. I'll keep this, right? And then I'll click OK here, right? And now we'll just keep this relationship as many to many for both, right? So in both the tables, we have same date multiple times, right? So in this way, it has just joined. We will have to do the same thing for product also. So even we can just do here, and then even we can just apply this. I'll click OK. I'll keep this both here, right? Both the relationship here. So now here we have two. I've used two columns. One is date and second one is the product one, to apply the relationship between these two so that we would have very clean data with us, right? Then now this data is loaded here. Now we can just analyze this in this view too, right? So here we have the dates available. All the dates are available in it. Then here we have grand total available. I don't want the grand total one, right? So I'll just go here, go again in power query section. I'll just go and then I'll remove the grand total from that. So from here I'll go to power query module again, and then I'll just remove. Let's go here and then I remove this column. I don't want this because हमें already हमारे पास ये total वाला है. So we'll just get this grand total for all the dates available with us, right? Then I'll again close and apply this change here. Now again I'll go to data view. अब इसमें data view में आपको ये data दिखेगा, right? Whatever we have cleanup activity we have performed here, so that would be visible here, right? In power query not only we can just do this thing, but यदि suppose हमें यदि multiple tables में data है and we just wanted to merge that in single one, so even we can do that too, right? Suppose in this current situation, current case, what I just wanted to do, ये जो हमने दो tables add किए हैं, I just wanted to merge this, right? So purchase tracker and also the overview. I just wanted to merge in one, right? I don't want to just make this multiple. So here we have the store and store product price and date here. Next here we have the location, product, date, and total, right? So what I'm just going to do here, I just wanted to merge this, right? So here we have option to merge the two queries also. I'll click on this, right? And then here it will just open merge query dialog box here, right? Then here we have first table is purchase overview. Next, I'll just pick the second one, that is purchase tracker. And now from purchase tracker, I'm just going to use uh, product one to just make the merge here. So I'll just use here the fuzzy matching, right? And then I'll click OK. Now let's see the, so now it has just created a purchase tracker table here. I'll click on this table and then we'll see that what data we have here, right? So in this way, it has just performed the, now it has just performed the joining all, right? Merging this. Now we can just see this all here. So now I'm just going to use this one, right? And in this way, what we can do, we can just merge two data table in single one, right? And in this way, even we can just see the output of that both, right? I'll just click here, and then even we can just see the merged output, right? So here we have only the stores and all information with the particular date and price. So here we have both column from both the table is in single column, single table, and now we can use this as a single. Similarly, if we have any progressive data and if we have to append that, so in that case we can use append query, and append query का use करके then we can just add data just below the data हमारे पास है उसी में नीचे, right? For month on month calculation part. In this, here we have more. So let me just load more data from here. I'll just pick the new source from here, right? And Excel. From where I'm just going to pick the some data set. So here we have some data set, and here I just wanted to load this, right? One by one, just to append the data, right? I'll just load one table first. To apply here the append query, I'll just click OK. And now again I load another table. Again I load this alpha second project. And now what I want, I just wanted to append these two, right? So we have in this data also we have month information and amount information, right? So what I want, I just wanted to merge these, append these two, right, in one. So one after other, this data will, I just wanted to populate this. So here we have 1 to 11 in 11 months, right? Then here we have the month information also in sheet 1. Here we have 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, 12. This information is available. So now what I just wanted to know, what I just wanted to do here, I just wanted to append this. So this is the project one, project 1 here, and then this data is for project 2. I'll just select this and then make this as a project 2 here. Project 1 and then project 2. Now I'm just going to use the merge append query here, right? Because I just wanted to append the project 1 over project 2. So here we have the two tables. First table I've already selected. Then I'll just first project 2 here, right? And then I'll click OK. So right now it has selected project 2, right? That is the current one. So I'm just going to select the project 1 tab, right? I'll click OK, and that's it. Now here we can see it has just added all the project in single table here, right? In project 2 we have all the information for project 1 also. So in this way, if we'll have to append the query from anywhere just to make the single table, then we can do that too in Power BI here, right? The most of the time what we do, we use the Power Pivot. un, in Power Pivot we just use the unpivot option here, right? Just to transform the data from row to column or column to row as per our requirements. So sometime what happens, we are just getting some data, that is date information or just in columns. So generally what we do, we just convert the same in, just we'll use this feature on pivot columns, and then we'll convert the same in single row in this way, right? In single column in this way, right? So in this, what we had did, we had just, let me just remove these steps. I'll remove this merge table step here, right? So in this scenario what we have did, हमने इसमें क्या किया था कि date जो था that was in सिंगल इन मल्टीपल कॉलम से, राइट? सो इसी को हमने कन्वर्ट कर दिया था इन, कन्वर्ट करने के बाद हमने इसको सिंगल रो में डाल दिया था, एंड नाउ इट इज जस्ट लाइक अ, सो जो वैल्यू कॉलम में था, नाउ वी हैव जस्ट कन्वर्टेड इनटू the single column, right? Multiple columns में था, right now this is in single column, right? So horizontal data था, we have just converted that into vertical data here, right? So in this way we can use Power Pivot module to just clean your data, save your data, and then after load the same in Power BI module, and from there we can just generate reports and all, right? So in this Power Query module, we can use these commands available here, right? And then we can perform the data cleanup activity as it is. But most of time what happens if our data is in Excel or in any other data sources, so generally we prefer to clean that outside the Power BI, right? So that we would have less load on Power BI, and our visualization get reflected quickly, right? So that's it for today, guys. From next class we'll be learning the DAX functions, right?